Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Donna. Today we are making up some chicken noodle soup. We're getting some cold weather coming in and I mean, come on. Chicken noodle soup, who don't like chicken noodle soup? Well, I'm sure there's a few of y'all out there, but I know we love it around here, especially cold weather. As you hear, soups, you know, they're just comfort food when it's cold outside. So first off, I'm going to start with, I have in my pot, I have a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil, or your choice of oil. I mix the oil so the butter don't burn, and I like the butter because of the flavor. So I do a combination of both. You could do either or. You could just do all oil or all butter. But I'm doing both, a tablespoon of each. So there's one. I have 4 boneless thighs that we're going to get cooking in here. They're not real big, probably about a pound, the 4 of them. I'm going to let those cook up a bit and we'll get the rest of our stuff added in. I'm going to let these cook maybe just till they get a good brown on the one side, and the other side we'll flip them and add the rest of our stuff. Probably a good 5 minutes or so. And lightly salt your chicken. Okay. Now, to the pot, I'm going to add, I just cooked it a little bit because you want a little bit of that, you know, roast chicken flavor. So we're going to lightly fry it, and it's going to continue to fry a little bit here with our vegetables. In this bowl, I have 2 large stalks of celery, or 2 sticks of celery, and 3 carrots. And you can cut them however you want, but I cut them into little, maybe 1/4 inch pieces. And you get my onion. I have 1 large onion, finely diced. Now you may think that's a lot of onion, but this stuff's just going to disintegrate away. It's just going to dissolve in there. And we're just going to let this cook maybe 8 minutes or so. This is some good soup, you guys. I hope you try it. But we're going to cook this just till everything starts softening up a bit, maybe 8 minutes or so. Okay, that's been simmering away there, doing its little magic there in the pot. So now what I'm going to add to this is 5 cloves of very well minced garlic. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. 2 bay leaves. And a 1/2 teaspoon of celery salt. And we're just going to let this cook until we start smelling that yummy garlic in here. Just for about maybe a minute, if that. We don't want that garlic burning. Alright, so I'll give that a minute. Okay, that's been going on maybe a minute. Smelling really good. And to this, I'm going to add a quart of chicken bone broth. And I'm going to add a quart of just regular chicken broth. That bone broth really does its magic on this, and it's good for us. So it's a quart of regular chicken broth and 1 quart of chicken bone broth. But by all means, it is a bit pricey. You can just use all chicken broth. And I'm going to add in 2 cups of water. Let me get my water here. And there's my 2 cups of water. Now, I'm going to let this just simmer, let this chicken do its thing. I'm going to cover it, bring it to a boil, and then simmer it. Going to go ahead and simmer it for at least a half hour. Whoop, forgot my turmeric over here. Turmeric, 1/4 teaspoon. And we'll get this covered. Where's my lid? Let it go for a half hour. Let's get that chicken nice and tender. Okay, y'all. I have taken my chicken out. It's been cooking for a half hour. You can see I have it at a low simmer. And I had it covered. And I got my chicken out and I chopped it all up nicely in little tiny pieces. Okay. So now to that I'm going to add in 2 cups. You can go to 2 to 2.5. Just depends how much noodles you want. But remember, these noodles are like a sponge. We all know they suck up that broth. So the more noodles you put in, the more, of course, the noodles are going to suck up that broth. So I'm going with 2 cups. I like the Amish egg noodles. I found mine at Walmart. That's where I get mine. You get them right there where your pasta and your spaghetti sauces and everything. And if you can't find them, try the freezer section. Or you can use any kind of noodle, really. Spaghetti, linguine, egg, the white egg noodles, whatever ones you want. But I'm going with 2 cups of these. And I have 1 tablespoon of parsley. And I'm going to let this cook for maybe 12 minutes or so. And then we'll get our chicken added back in there. Okay? And here's where you'll taste it for your salt. I added, I believe, a little over a teaspoon of salt to mine. But please, by all means, to your liking. Alrighty. The noodles have been simmering away. You're basically going to cook it, like I said, maybe 12 minutes or so. Just depends on how long, or how hard you're cooking this, how fast. Now we're going to get our chicken in there. And remember, these are going to keep cooking once you turn it off, because that broth is hot. Okay? Now we're going to get our chicken in there, chopped into little pieces. You could shred it if you'd like, however you'd like. Your soup. Do the way you want it. But I think we all try to lean towards that chicken noodle soup we used to eat in the can. Remember Mama used to make up for us? But this will go another couple of minutes and I'm going to dish it up. And soup is always best. Eat it when it's done because, like I said, they're like little sponges, those noodles. They'll just keep absorbing our broth. So once it's done, dig in. Okay, my friends, there's the soup. We're fixing to eat some up for dinner, and I hope you guys give it a try. Let me know what you think. It's really a delicious, satisfying comfort soup. It really is. But a happy new year to you guys. I hope this one is even better for all of you. And please, guys, can you hit that subscribe button? I truly appreciate it. And hit that notification bell for further uploads. That way y'all are notified. And I really would appreciate it. And you guys stay blessed out there. Stay warm. And enjoy you some soup. We'll see you guys later. Bye.